Hello, I hope the audio is okay for this. I'm at the beach, obviously, and I don't know. I've been really consistent about taking walks. Hopefully, I can keep up that momentum. And I don't know, I'm in a place right now in my life. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I'm in a place in my life right now where I'm putting in all this effort, I'm putting in all this work, right? And unfortunately, I'm surrounded by people who offer me resistance all the time, people who offer me challenge, conflict, and all that jazz. And I have to trust that like my efforts won't go in vain, but it's still like the energy of like, oh my gosh, I'm doing all this work and I'm not seeing that much of a return right now. Awesome. It's not really awesome. But one thing I was thinking about, one thing that I really just wanted to get on camera, one thing I really wanted to document was how I was thinking about my old TikTok, because I have an old TikTok that at some point had 10,000 followers. Now it has like 9,000. I haven't looked at that page in a while, but I was thinking about that page and how successful it was to some degree. Like, that's the page I started live streaming on. That's the page where I first went viral. You know what I mean? I really hope the audio is okay for this. I was thinking about how in another reality, in another universe, there's probably a version of me that is like obsessively looking over that page and trying to recreate it or something. And I'm so glad that I don't do that. I'm so glad that I don't stay in the past. Like, there's so many people in this world who have the habit of staying in the past. People who read old text messages, who keep old text messages, who keep old photos. And I'm just like, nah, bitch. I could go back in memory, but once it happened, it happened. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm moving forward, you know? And I don't know. I think I'm extremely grateful for that perspective, because I've had a lot of really cool moments in my life. I've had a lot of miracles happen in my life, and if I chose to dwell on the past, I don't know if I'd be able to continue making those things happen. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things I could talk about that were really awesome, that were really cool, but it happened in the past. It already happened, and I'm thankful for it. But it's like all we have is the present moment. All we have is the present and moving towards the future. You know what I mean? So I'm super grateful that I don't stay stuck in the past, because I think that's a downfall for a lot of people. A lot of people like to stay in the glory days. They like to stay where things were peachy and rosy or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but like, it's also not cool, because all we have is the present moment. You're like torturing yourself by staying in the past. You know what I mean? I think it's one thing to reminisce and to think fondly of the past, but the past is in the past, man. And if this is resonating for you, please do your best to try to stay in the present. Please do your best to try to be here now and enjoy the present moment. And if you can't find yourself to do that, cultivate moments to be grateful for. Cultivate moments to be appreciative for. You know what I mean? Like, because I do believe that we create our life. Like, with our minds, with our thoughts, with our words, and with our actions. And if you don't realize that already, I think you need to realize that and understand that you can create happiness for yourself. Happiness doesn't last 24/7, but it is definitely something that you can go out and create for yourself. You don't have to wait for somebody to make you happy. You don't have to wait for something to make you happy. You know what I mean? Because once again, I'm at a place in my life right now. I don't know when I'll post this. Hopefully I have the wherewithal to post this later down the line. But I'm in a place in my life where like I'm doing all this work, I'm putting all this effort in, and sometimes it feels like it's in vain. And I know it's not. I have to trust that it's not, but it's like sometimes I have to really force myself to be present and not think so much about the future and not think so much about what could happen, and you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, keep your head up. Know that no storm lasts forever. God does love you, and it's gonna be okay, man. Look at that sky. Look at that beautiful sun. The sun is over there. But still, have a nice day. Bye.